Hi, how are you doing? My name is Igor Stanic. I'm coming from NIS. It is oil industry of Serbia. Before we continue, I'll give you some feedback about my company because list is mostly unknown out of the region. So NIS means oil industry of Serbia. It used to be 100% owned by government, and in 2009 it was sold by 51% to the Russian Gazprom Neft, and 49% were minor shareholders and the government of Serbia. After 1 year, the ratio have changed to the side of the Gazprom Neft, and now it is 56% owned by them, and the rest is the minor shareholders and the government of the Republic of Serbia. So when our major shareholders start to work with us, it used to be only business concentrated in my country. Now it is the NIS group, and you're working all over the Balkans. Also, at the beginning, we used to be a company who was dealing only with the oil and gas. Now we're a company which is dealing with many businesses, including the production of the electrical energy, etc. So these are the basic things. Our yearly production of the domestic crude and the gas is nearly 1.7 million tons. We have the refining volume 3.6 millions. We have nearly more than 300 the petrol stations. It is changing depending on the market. Sometimes this is from the last year. The official data was 323. Now is nearly 300. Now is exactly 331. We have we have the businesses, as you can see, divided. It is exploration, production, services, refining, sale, distribution, and the energy. Energy, we have the production of our own energy on the cogeneration units. We are building one thermoelectrical station near the refinery of the Pančevo. We have one refinery in Serbia. We don't have any other refineries, and we have the upstream businesses in Romania and in Hungary. Basically, that's about the company. Now let's go to this. When we start working, this used to be called the company blocks. Now we call them the company lines of businesses. Because the company used to be the vertically integrated. Now, and every area of business was one company block. Now it is a little bit changed. Energy, we have two divisions, upstream and the downstream. Upstream is exploration production. Everything else is, of course, the downstream. We entered into this story in the year 2013. I was the project manager of this project, and we picked those two guys to work with us. There were also other guys, but unfortunately they left the company, and Prah had a heart attack after working with me. Now he's doing fine. So basic idea was to connect the data. We starting with nothing and with no users, and the data which was divided into many Excels. There wasn't any real databases, and when you want to reconcile the report, it really takes the ages. When we started in 2013, our first job was in the upstream, one fully automatic how do you call it, production facility on the upstream. Now we have the whole completed model for the upstream, and we have everything for the downstream connect, including the energy and including the crude. Now the date of when the job was finished was actually 2015. We have the changes in the energy block in 2016. We changed it, and this is not. There is a mistake which I didn't change in the presentation. This is not the refinery balance. We started this project from top to bottom. This is the enterprise balancing. So we have the different businesses which have each and every own reconciliation, and it's collecting data from the bottoms and collect them to the top. But the pressure from the business, from this type of works, came from the top management. We built this as the tool for the top management to support the decisions. This is what I mentioned before. This is how it is working and how to send. We started with the PI system as enterprise PI system. It is implemented everywhere excluding the refinery. The refinery is using the PhD, and they are sending the reconciled data from there on their way from us. Now in this year, we agreed to create the PI. In the next year, sorry, we agreed to create the PI and also in the refinery. So this is when we collected the data, as I mentioned previously, we didn't know what to actually do them. everybody was looking, say it is really nice piece of work, but what we suppose with this? Nobody didn't know. So we start to explore and to find out how basically use this collection of the data. And first natural thing was the logistic value chain in the country. And the last year, we also completed the logistics chain of the crude from the border with Croatia to the refinery. So we have all the line, we have all the track of these lines. Next, what we have, since we didn't have any user at the beginning, now we have 190 users from the different business units. They use all these data which are collected mostly from the analytics and to find out what is going on. The biggest job is in the upstream, and the biggest progress is also in the upstream. Now, what was actually everybody talking about, what they're doing with the data, we have the automatic weekly report in the upstream, which are used on the company level. So the data which are gathered from the oil fields, collected into one place. We also have the weekly and monthly plan of the production, and it is connected. And the tool which we use for the reporting is the PowerBI. So in the PowerBI, we have one automatically made report. The people were previously, the whole engineers block was using it, using the time for the preparation 4 or 5 hours. Now it is in minutes, and they simply copy paste into the PowerPoint and they're using for the reporting, which is extremely good, like it was before. This is regarding exploration and production block. More or less, I already said previously, but this is something which is really, really important. Automatic reconciliation for back allocation. Every day at 8 o'clock, the people who are involved for the production receive the email with 4 topics. One topic is the production. Second topic is the level of the inventory. Next topic is the disbalancing. And final topic is the what measurement devices are working or not working. So they have the days for the complete work for the analytics. Since at the very beginning of this project, we installed on the multiple users the PI process book. And there wasn't any other tool for using. As time goes by very, very fast, we decided to use the process book only for the people who are changing the models and who are entering the data on the places which are not working. And all other work we moved to the Microsoft SharePoint. So all the reports on the Microsoft SharePoint, and that way we significantly reduced the users of the process book. It is very, very easy now to use the system. Previously, we have all the work of the backlog, installing the process book. Everybody is messing with the models, etc., etc. So that was the one thing. This is the exploration, production, components, and allocation. It's starting from the oil well. This is actually the model for the gas stations. This is the oil well. It goes through the meter, and then it goes with the results. How many production did we have? How many of the gas was burned on the torch? How many gas was used for the internal consumption? And how many gas we sent through the gas line to the gathering unit. This is the report about imbalancing petrol gas, and we have here, this is 3 things. Measured, result by the material balance, and what is the delta. Usually, delta is either 0 or something significant. If something is significant, then it goes the report about the inventories. Difference big here is because in the pipeline we always consider the pipeline as the full as the 100% full. So this is the difference why it is red. This is the difference because this reservoir didn't have, the radar didn't work properly. So that is the reason why it's disbalancing. But everybody now can do the quick analytics. Previously, it was necessary for days to do it. Now, people make analytics in 15 or 20 minutes. This is the sales and distribution block. It is a very huge block in our business, in our company. We made there a lot of work, and we have in our country more than one what we call the oil bases. Oil bases are actually the oil depots, and we make them to work fully automatically, and we follow the logistics path from the refinery to the oil depot, from oil depot to the petrol station, from oil depot to the petrol station, and from the refinery to the petrol station. We also track the quality, and we also integrate all the data from the business units, from the refinery, from the sales and distribution, and from the end user. This is the model from the petrol station, and this is actually the model what is written here for the jet or for the air fuel. This is how it works. It is very simple. It's countries galley road deliveries to the pump, deliveries from the refinery. Very, very simple, and always give the good results. This is what we are using on the spot on the sales of petrol station. So we use it for the analytics. It has the different sources. This is how many liters on the 15 degrees when the petrol station was open. This is what type of the product was sold. This is what was the sales, how many deliveries, what was the close value, and what was the gain loss. With the gain and loss, we are returning to identify the inconsistencies. We highlight the miscalibrated meters and detect fuel losses. If there are thefts or something like that, but usually it is the fuel losses. We use the PowerBI. We use the PowerBI for the reporting and for the quick results. This is something what we are creating in PowerBI regarding the petrol stations. This is how many petrol stations in our country are, and this is how many of the competition we have. This is comparison by the sales and by etc. This is the model for the energy. You see, we have the three types of the energy productions: cogenerations, geothermal productions, and the gas productions. We have the three big users. It is the energy block in the former oil refinery Novi Sad, energy block in refinery Pančevo, and the corporate system which is monitoring this. We are on the level of the statistical analysis, but next year we are moving to the forecasting. Why I'm showing you telling this? All this concept of the work was starting during 1990s. We start this concept, as you can see, of the 2013. So when we are benchmarking to the other companies in the region, for example, the Hungarian MOL, they enter into this process, let's call it on a time, during 1990s, and they have the significant results. All their refineries, including the refineries in the other countries, are connected into the PI, and they have the reports from them. We have just started, and we are on the level statistical analysis only after 5 years. We are hoping in the next 4 or 5 years we will go to the following level, the forecasting and to the lean management. This is the future implementation, implementing the detailed Sigmafine model for the refinery, process model at unit level, internal transfer of material, process unit yield, and improve loss. Why is this? Of course, the refinery has its own internal transfer of material, but since we changed the responsibilities to the corporate level, now we want to follow the movement of the materials all over the company, from the crude, from the gas, from the energy, and to know how to reconcile and how to use it in every aspect of the work.